The third major area of rising healthcare costs is drugs and alcohol. Drugs and alcohol have the same type of effect, especially on performance. Would you agree with that? Would you agree? It has the same effect. People are not nearly as efficient. They miss time at work, and they get sick. And I know, at least in our case, we have to, as employers, help those who have drug and alcohol problems. Is that the same in Colombia? Do you have to go out and you have to help them? Which is a great thing to do. But if we can find a way to be preventative and to engage our employees, I think we would be better off. So let's talk about solutions. Is there anybody in here in their organization that has a wellness program? Wait, oh! Now this side of the room has a wellness program, but this side doesn't. Is that right? So you guys are all healthy. I just stand over here, I guess. No, a wellness program is a wonderful thing, and there's a lot of good reasons for it. Number one, if you can put together a program that encourages good eating, exercise, and healthy living, do you think, as when Tim talked today, when employees want to do this, do you think that ultimately your costs would go down? And when those costs go down, do you think ultimately your revenue and all of the wonderful things that come with your business would go up? Yes? A wellness program is a very easy thing to start. I started one with a client of mine that was a general contractor. How many in here are in the contracting business in some sort of way? Doing contracting, general contracting, or you have employees that do strenuous labor. A lot of strenuous labor. Did you see Tim up here early doing a yoga stretch? Tim, I'm not going to do a yoga stretch right now. But that was a part of stretching. I started a program with this construction company where we got all the employees every morning before they started work to stretch. How much do you think those employees wanted to do that? Not very much. They didn't want to stretch. These guys were all, even though they were pretty young, they didn't want to stretch. However, I would ask you this. Do athletes stretch? Yeah? You wouldn't give it a second thought if you were watching your favorite football player or baseball player stretch. This was a small step to take to help in a wellness program. There are other things you can become creative. In fact, what I would recommend you do is bring your employees together and ask them what they would like to see. What a great way to get them engaged. Who has a smoking cessation program? A couple over here. Again, this seems to be there's one guy back there. You should be sitting on the healthy side, I guess. I'm not sure. Smoking cessation. When I was first starting in business back in 1987, I worked for a company that was an insurance company, and many of my fellow employees smoked. Right before I left, they started a smoking cessation program. And it was amazing. All the people who smoked voluntarily came and said, we want to quit. This was about 24 people. And they all quit. By the time I left, not one of them had gone back to smoking. Think of the power, and I know I talk a lot about cost to the business, but think about the power that you just gave those human beings. If we all agree that at some level smoking is dangerous for you, how many lives did you impact by being able to offer something that not only helps you and from a healthcare standpoint, but helps your employee and helps their families?